before I let go. Joy and pain. I like sunshine and rain. Joy and pain. I like sunshine.
If you have ever gone to a Frankie Beverly Mays concert before, you are going to see people just raise up off the ground who know every lyric to every song. And even if they've gone and seen that show, that same show over and over again, it matters not. Because the elevation, the spirituality, the vibrations are so high when you go to a Frankie Beverly show.
Sometimes you're going to get joy. Sometimes you're going to have to deal with pain. Sunshine, then you're going to have to deal with a little rain. How well can you dance in that rain? Because rain is going to come in all of our lives every day. It's not going to be sunshiny and bright, but it's life, and that's what joy and pain represents. We all go through so much in our lives, and the longer you live, the more you're going to feel those moments of joy, those moments of pain.
Frankie Beverly's music has had an enormous impact on specifically Black culture and global culture as well, because he has traveled the world many times over. But he is one of the crisp, clear, clarion voices of the experience of being Black in America and in this world. It's as simple as that. Song titles, song lyrics, for instance, We Are One. What an optimistic, positive anthem.
Everything that I've heard him do on record does have a true, real message if you dissect the lyric. You felt every word as he sang it. He is central to the music. His voice delivers.
It's the spirit that he brings with his music. Absolutely. And he was brought up with that. Frank has one of the most kindest hearts I've ever seen in anybody. Absolutely. And that again is a Beverly trait. It's a spirit. That's what we have. It's a spiritual liking to whatever it is we do, and that's what he speaks to. That's what his music speaks to.
After you really sit down and get to know him, his personality, like I said, it's there. He got a good heart. He is himself at all times, on and off stage.
But I've been here a total of 25 years here with Mays. It's his passion, his grit, Every time he hits that stage, he gives it all he's got. I mean, all he's got. And it's just everything just comes from here. And you can feel it, you know what I mean?
When I hear songs written by Frankie Beverly, it's two things it makes me think. It makes me think where music is going today and how, unfortunately, my daughter's generation, they're going to lack a little bit of substance when it comes to what the music that when they turn 50, what they'll listen to. And I get a feeling that they will listen to songs written by Frankie Beverly, even in their era. Because when I go out and I DJ some clubs, maybe a handful of African Americans, all white, young, 22, 23. But when I dropped, whoa, that crowd went crazy. So to see the impact that he has, and I'm not even for sure, I'm sure he knows, I'm sure Frankie knows, but to see that type of impact, I mean, it's a testimony to what real, true songs are about. And I think for the ages, they'll be singing this man's music.
Come on. Oh.
job. You hear Before I Let Go. It's the cookout song. I call it the Black National Anthem. Black people just know. They just jump up and just start dancing.
You make me happy. This you there.
All of us saw our families dancing to Before I Let Go. It's an anthem, and given that Beyonce came from a southern town, Houston, I could not see her not being exposed to that song probably at least every week as a kid.
When Beyonce recorded Before I Let Go and put her contemporary spin, the Beehive went crazy, and so did everybody else. And I thought it was a fitting homage to one of our beloveds. I thought it was a wonderful moment. And again, it cemented his place in our hearts when we party, when we suffer, when we fall out of love, when we argue, everything. The lyrics, if we just look at the body of the lyrics of Frankie Beverly, they describe us from the moment we wake up, brush our teeth, wash our face, get dressed, go out into this world, have to function and deal with other people. Literally, he has given us the blueprint, musically, for living lives in America and this world.
The first album you did, the one before this one, went gold, but it didn't go with a lot of promotion. You went out there and worked yourself to death. How many towns did you play?
Well, we went around, but I think that's what it is. I think that's the bottom line, is to go out there and perform in front of people.
No, the reason I ask that, so many people think if you get a record and they play it on the radio, it'll happen just like that.
No,
you really got to back it up, don't you?
You definitely have to keep on working at whatever you're doing to maintain whatever you're doing.
There was such an effort to put the quality into their music. I think a good example is the fact that most of their hits happened like late 70s, right around 1980, but then they tour constantly. They're constantly out there, but they don't make any music. Then all of a sudden, 1989, 1990, Can't Get Over You comes out, and I'm like, it's just like they never left.
Can't get over you.
Like, how would you come back 10 years later, Silky Soul, and have a strong a musical quality, a message, an impact that you had 10 years ago?
There hasn't been a new album since early 90s, and it doesn't matter. Because when you write songs that become the soundtrack of people's lives, that tell the stories of and use the words that people are thinking and feeling, you end up, again, with a body of work that it's timeless.
I want to ask you, you can still go to a concert and sell it out wherever you go.
Yeah.
That is favor right there.
Yeah,
how do you feel when you go and you're like, wow, I'm still selling out arenas?
That's exactly what I was just saying. You know, because of that, the people give us so much that it's hard for any award to kind of overshadow that. They 35, 40 years now, man, and we haven't moved an inch. You know, yeah.
We want to thank you so much. Congratulations, and thank you for joining us.
As a radio personality, it's such a joy to be able to play his music. I feel honored. I feel lucky. One of the best parts of my job is I get to play some really great music and great artists, and you don't have to sit there and say, I don't understand this. You understand when you hear Frankie Beverly.
You know a handful of artists that their commitment to excellence and to go above and beyond, you know, out of this world even. You know, when you talk about the Arethas, you know, on back on to Beethoven and Bach, I think he sits in that sphere.
Frankie Beverly, I adore you. And as a radio personality who's been on the airwaves for 50 years, I have played all your music. You are the soundtrack to my very experience as a human being, as a Black woman. And I am grateful to you for the abundance that you have given us.
Frankie Beverly is often imitated but he can never be duplicated.
He's still here. He's still amazing. He's still a living legend. He's still making music. He's still excited about it. He still loves hard. He still is all of the emotional things one has to be to create music like he does. He's still motivated. He's still joyful. He's still soulful. He's still faithful. Yeah, he's still here.
I think there's more to come. I don't know what he's planning to do.
Hasn't revealed itself yet.
But I do feel there's more to come. And I've always been a believer in God as a child. But I think something more is going to happen.